Hey guys, this is the artist mostly referred to as Holder 539 with the Cabniet of the Strange and Macabre, and today I'm joined by my co-host JTAs, who write about here on this lovely sitting cushion thingy, and behind the camera Ian from Ian's channel, returning once more since he has escaped the ghost. Luckily it was a ghost of a fat person, so
hello guys!
Yeah, today we are going to do a quick review. It's kind of a new thing, maybe it will be a thing. We have just watched this movie and now we're going to talk about it. Easy concept, isn't it?
Attention! This is an announcement from the New World Order. Please remain calm and stay seated while we are injecting subliminal messages. Welcome to the Cabinet of the Strange and Macabre.
Wrong Turn is a series of horror movies about a family of disfigured inbred cannibals killing people in the woods. Wrong Trail is a movie that is marketed in Germany as a Wrong Turn knockoff, which has a biker gang and tentacles instead of incest and cannibalism, but at least features extensive shots of the woods. At the time of this recording, the movie can be purchased here on YouTube for the low price of 99 cents or watched for free on some douchebag's channel. It was directed by Patricio Valladares, known for the more critically acclaimed Hidden in the Woods, and was released in 2016 under its original title, Downhill. While the German DVD cover is at least somewhat cooler than the incredibly lame original one, the movie is known as Downhill in most other parts of the world, except Turkey, where it is known as Virus, and Japan, where it's amusingly titled Down Hell. While watching the movie and filming the review, we weren't aware of that, however, and about the first 5 minutes of our reaction don't make any sense because of that. They can, however, be summarized by
Penis jokes.
Yep, that's the level we're going for here. But this movie needs like 25 minutes to get to the actual horror part, and the only trivia on its IMDb page is that it took only 13 days to film, so we had to work with what we had, right?
This isn't that funny, so you can kind of gauge the standards of the movie by
It was more interesting than watching the movie.
Because it's a movie about people who are mostly riding bikes for some reason. Want to do like a short plot synopsis? There isn't that much of a plot.
Yeah, am I allowed to spoiler?
Yeah, you are. I don't think anybody is going to want to watch this movie. Except maybe if you're like going to get drunk and watch a bad movie.
I'm not even sure if that's the right movie for getting drunk. It's not that funny actually. It's just bad. Actually, just bad.
But it was €3, so that's kind of okay for 1 hour and like not even quite 15 minutes of entertainment.
There were so many stupid scenes. Like one of the most stupid scenes were when she was stabbing this naked girl, like. There was no blood spilling anywhere, and the blade was completely clean, and like, what the hell?
That was stupid. My theory on that is that there was a blood pack and she missed it, and the actress was kind of looking at the blade and going like, huh? And she was kind of surprised that there was no blood, so...
I literally could have not cared less about the characters and what happened to them. It was like... I didn't even, I wanted to know, at first I wanted to know why the bad guys acted the way they did, but like in the end I simply did not care about it, so like...
So, about the plot, so that you know what we're actually talking about right now, there is this couple of two generic young people in their 20s, and they're like professional bikers, at least he is, and I don't actually know what she's doing, but she's riding a bike most of the time. And then they have a friend who is alive for about 2 minutes of the movie, and then he falls off his bike and dies.
So you could say the guy was murdered by some twisted psychopath?
And our male protagonist falls into a deep depression, only cured about 5 minutes of screen time later. And it's cured by some dude from a Spanish-speaking country. It's not like really clarified which one it is, and there sure are many of them. So, bless you. So yeah, they go to this mysterious Spanish-speaking country without speaking any Spanish, and most of the dialogue is, "Excuse me, do you speak English?"
Yeah, it is.
And then they go on a bike tour with their weird Spanish friend with a cabin in the mountains, and there they find a guy who just had a car crash. They hear the car crash, and for some reason their first instinct is to go right towards it. And there they find this guy whose face is all blistered up, and he looks quite zombie-ish, and he's clearly infected by some sort of disease. And then a bunch of guys show up and start shooting at them randomly. They drag off the guy, and it's a really strange movie. The rest of it is basically they are hunted by those guys with the guns, who are a bunch of random biker guys, led by this big skinhead fellow in a black coat who looks like White Morpheus all the time, and that's kind of stupid actually.
Yeah.
And they are like an evil cult, and they're all about tentacle alien thingies or demon thingies. I don't know.
At least they did not use CGI to show the tentacles.
Yeah, actually, for this one scene where they capture the girlfriend of biker guy, and they try to shove one of the tentacle thingies into her mouth, and it's really badly acted, and the tentacle thing is actually portrayed by, I think, a piece of ginger, like actually ginger rot, and it's just dipped into a bit of green slime, and then they film it in shaky cam, and that's special effects for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That's the budget of this movie actually, and they have a scene in like a 10-minute scene in Day for Night, and not a bit of it. They actually thought, hey, we could like wait 3 hours and film it maybe in actual darkness, and it's.
I really wanted it to become a zombie movie. Like when I watched him mutating and all that weird stuff, like, yeah, I hope this is going to be a very trashy zombie movie. That would be at least very funny, because zombies can be very funny. But then, like, no, it was just like people being sick and vomiting and looking disgustingly, not scary, just disgusting. And yeah, that was it.
And there were those
no zombie apocalypse.
No zombies, but 2 scenes where there were randomly tentacles bursting out from people's chests, but other characters didn't really react to it. In one scene they just took the guy and kind of dragged him into another room by his feet and placed him there, and yeah, that was kind of dumb.
Like the very boring version of his scene in The Thing, where this thing bursts out of him and
eats the guy's hands when he tries to defibrillate the guy, like, and okay, yeah, that definitely didn't happen, and yeah, this movie had none of that. But it had like a tree with some bags of meat, and the end of the movie is another couple of random joggers entering the forest and being attacked by tentacles from the bags of meat in the tree. And my question really was, why wasn't this like in the main action bit of the movie with them chasing through the forest for like half an hour without anything happening, except for them like occasionally firing their guns every 5 minutes? And what really was their goal? They like infected the people. There was this.
Yeah, it was like in the ending. It's like, wait, that was the movie? Really? I don't get it.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
And the villains are kind of really strange, because
And
it's
pointless.
like a biker gang, and like 4 of them are rockers, and the 5th guy is a hipster for some reason.
See some grunge-looking lady as Chile's worst Daria cosplayer. That slimy, pale-faced chap with a tattered band shirt. S. Every junkie you've ever met. The one guy who actually owns a motorcycle, and the bloke with the plastic helmet. That thick neckbeard with the sunglasses and the beanie. S. Hipster sex offender. A bald edgelord. S. White Morpheus. Oh, and this guy, he kind of looks like a trucker. This summer in... Wow, Chilean Sons of Anarchy is really kind of lame actually.
So all the other guys have like leather jackets and tattoos and look really evil and menacing with like a bald head and thick eyebrows, and this one guy is snarling the whole movie. He never smiles, and the first 10 minutes of the movie he's on screen like half of it and he's smoking all the time. This guy must have smoked like a pack while they were filming that, because it's kind of stunning how much scenes of this guy there actually are where he's just standing around and smoking, or standing around and pointing his gun.
Yeah.
After watching the movie for a second time during editing, I want to jump in here for a moment to bring the problems we had with the movie together in a quick conclusion. And its biggest issue was clearly the pacing. As mentioned earlier, nothing going on in the first 25 minutes of the movie was particularly relevant to the overall plot, except maybe for a short and quite distasteful scene of the bikers trying to grope the female lead in a random bar our protagonist just happened upon right after landing in Chile. I find it seriously weird, by the way, how much of a returning trope random, lightly tossed around sexual harassment has become in horror movies lately. And then, when relevant things finally start to happen in the second part of the movie, there is too much going on at once, and things pretty vital to the plot, like the motivation of the villains, the numbered wristbands the infected people are wearing, or the nature of the tentacles and the infection in general, are barely explored. Many scenes come from nowhere and oftentimes go where they came from without any rhyme or reason, like the random shots of goats which are spliced in multiple scenes. There are a few scenes and setups that actually kind of work at times, but they end far too quickly, and the creepiest one is spoiled in the trailer, and also leads virtually nowhere. Oh yeah, and there's a pointless party scene with some awkward humping. With that tired trope, back to the studio.
Very stupid. Yeah, I think we talked quite a lot about the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's only, let's keep it short. So
Okay, so
you can. Now you know how we think about this movie, and we did not really like it.
Want to do like a rating or something? Because like
2 out of 10.
Yeah, in my other review thingy where I did the apron of that old man. Yeah, that one time where I reviewed the studio apron of an old man. Definitely, Rudy Giuliani heads. That's what I'm going for. So this movie, I'd say 2 out of 10 Rudy Giuliani heads. No by. I definitely wouldn't watch this again, and I probably won't, because as I said, I paid like €3 for this, so this is going to the shelf right over there.
Yeah, where it belongs.
Okay then, we don't have prepared any cool ending skit for this.
Have fun not watching the movie.
I am Rudy Giuliani. Like, comment and subscribe. I'm Rudy Giuliani. Like, comment and subscribe. So Ian, after you nearly fake died in the stupid continuity of our ghost skit from the Halloween thing, back amongst the living, what's your opinion on this movie?
Well, I completely don't understand your opinion. It's like the best movie ever. I haven't seen such a good movie in a while.
Well then,
Shut the hell up!
No, really. I mean, come on. Did you see the actors? They were great.
Wait a minute, there are actually actors in this thing?
Every one of them deserves an Oscar. Like, did you see the special effects and the emotions in the movie? It was just great. I can't believe how amazing it was.
penis jokes.